Right. Just mixing up a sort of yellowish, grubby yellowish colour. I'm going to go from about there. This is just a bit more paint. Normally I'd draw an horizontal line on here, make sure my distance is same. But I'm at a new location and I ain't got my ruler. I'll be back at my old location soon. Right, that's good. Squeeze that brush out, I don't need that for a bit now. Because I'm going to swap to, where is it? There she is, my spiky brush. I'll swap to my spiky brush for a bit now. I'll put some bushes in. Let's dry that out a bit on a bit of cloth. There. Put some yap on my brush. Ready to put a few bushes in. I'll do both sides of my brush. There we are, some plenty of yellow on my brush. Right. There's a bush there. There's a brush there as well. My brush, but there's also a bush there. In fact, I don't know why I didn't do that on my brush. Because my spiky brush is quite a good effect. Right, so there's a bush there, there's a little bush there, and then there's a big bush here. Right, let's do this one even bigger. So that one like that. That's it. Don't you get a nice effect from that bush when you're painting a brush? No, I can't talk. Don't you get a nice effect from this brush when you're painting a bush? That's what I'm trying to say. I might give up with it all soon if I can't talk anymore. Might be senile dementia or something. Oh, it is a nice effect though, isn't it? What this brush gives me. I'll come right down to the bottom, I think. So that's that. I think that'll do for that. Yeah, that'll do. Nah, there's a big hill right the way down here. Let me have a sip of coffee. In fact, on this hill, slightly more green than this yellow now, but on this hill here, this sort of a light bit about there and a light bit, I'm going to go up a bit higher about there and take this hill higher. I don't think it matters if I go out top of the page. See this? That's slightly higher and bigger than my original photograph, right? So what I'm doing, I've decided it's going to help me to have that hill slightly higher. So I just put it slightly higher. It don't matter. Like I say, the world is your lobster. Don't let a photograph tell you what's going where. Photographs there just as inspirational, really. You don't have to tell you anything. You can just do whatever it is I wants to do. Just use your photo as a bit of help, a bit of guidance, but you don't need to do anything from that photo if you don't want. You could just use the atmosphere off that photo if you wanted to. I'm on my camera everywhere, aren't I? Right, so that's that anyway. See how I've gone slightly darker there? Same here, yeah, for all of this. trees a bit. Right, no. There's a bit of land here. Want some watering, but I've only got a few brushes. I'm going to wait till I've done with this brush for greens. I think. So no, let's keep going with greens then. So let's get this yellow again, back in the yellow. Plenty of yellow paint on here. I think I'll dab back into that on this light bit here. And a bit more on, where did I say, there, about there. And the two lightest bits of this stuff. Right, now I'm going to get some more of that yellow, mix it in with this other green what I've got here, which is just a bit of dirty green in my palette. I nearly always got some dirty green in my palette, so I nearly always just end up using it. So I'm just gradually building up. Now what I think I'm going to do now, I'll just take this brush out of there a minute, it's in my way. Oh, what I think I'm going to do now is mix some more green up. Right, so now I'm mixing some fresh green up, so I've got some Hooker's green. I'm going to mix some burnt umber in with it, get me quite a dark colour. That's nice. Right. What I might do now, oh in fact now let's go spread that round a bit now. That's it, and then I'm going to add some blue in, just to vary it. That's the only reason I'm doing it. So I've added some blue into that, just to vary it. No other reason really. And it takes it a bit more distant with a bit of blue as well. So that looks nice. And then I'll come back to a bit more brown here again. Yep. Oh, there's this big one here, isn't there? So I'll go around that. This is actually pretty dark on the photo, so I can take this pretty dark, all of this. This is where it was light again. It's just a lot of tapping. I mean, once you've got your basic shapes, a lot of this watercolour painting, it's just getting some basic shapes really. I mean, what so far I've sort of done a line and a line, a couple of round sort of bush circles. When you break it down, it's not that difficult. You get any old bashed up end brush, you can, where's my brush, there it is. Any old bashed up end brush, you can do this with the ike brush if you dry it and bash the end. I'm just using this because for me it's easy to get a few brushes on go because it's just easy for me to do. Some coffee. But you don't need this many brushes. Right, I think what I might do now, come back lighter again. Some lighter colours again. Bring it back lighter. So I'm just mixing, I've not washed my brushing out, I've just mixed back in now some yellow into my brush. Just dabbing my colour. A bit yellow. That's it. It's just building up more and more patterns, I think. Might need a bit more water on this brush, so tiny drip of extra water on there. See, now I've put some extra water on, the effect might change slightly. Not be quite as much as a dry brush effect, I don't know if you can see that. Not much difference. I'm sort of stippling, but then when you put more water in, it's sort of more watery. I think what I might do, I'll let that dry a bit now and put some sky in while that's drying. That's a good idea, because I'm sick of stippling now, doing the heading. Getting fed up on it. Right, let's just put some sky in. Okie dokie. Right, sky. Now I'm going to wet my paper. So not to get it too wet. I can come over the top of there, look, it's not rotting now. That's dry enough to do that. Just make sure your one is dry enough to do that if you do one of these. Some people's might paint these, some people's might just enjoy watching. It's up to you, do what you want. I didn't really care. So, a bit of sky up there like that, look. That looks nice. And then a tiny bit of Payne's grey into this. Tiny little bit of Payne's grey in. I want to come in with like a fatter bit here. Yeah, so this sometimes just pulls out a better cloud shape, I think. Get this and just do a bit of that. Sometimes just gives me that better shape. See that pattern up bottom there? It looks a bit more cloudy sometimes when you do that. Sometimes I like to dab through the whole thing like that. Yeah, that looks pretty nice to me. I'll let that dry now, and then if I decide I want a bit more, I'll do another, like glaze another sky on top of that. That quite often works pretty nice. Right, what shall I do now? I could do with getting my water in really, but means washing that brush. Yeah, let's wash my brush, put the water in. I very rarely wash my brushes, I tend to mix around now. It's just pure bone idleness really. Right, so I'll use that same sky colour what I've just got. It's blue, it's a tiny drop of Payne's grey in it just to muck it. It's a tiny drop, it's quite a bit in. I've probably put even a bit extra in for this wire. I'm having a bit of land here, so I think what I'm going to do is wet that brush really wet on one side and leave it quite dry on the other, and then switch between sides. And so you can see that that's my wet side, so it's changing colour slightly but not loads, and then it's coming down here, that one, maybe some rocks in there, down there, and it's coming out there, something like that. That's it. That's not got nowhere near enough black in, I don't think. Just pop some more black into that. That's better. Well, it's a little bit too blue for my liking, so I think that'll do me for some running water. That, you know what I mean? You ain't got to do much. That'll do me. Right. I think now I've got on there a blue. I think I'll wash my brush. Oh no! You know what I forgot to do? My beach. Tell you what. I wonder if I can wet that dead quick and wash it out. I put my water in. I've got a beach in here. So if I can rub that out a bit. I don't got much over there and it comes down quite far over here. So if I just give that a rub out a dab, it should be okay. So this is what you do if you're a bit thick and you forget to put your beach in, something like that. Right. So my beach will go in. I might have to dab all this now because I've saturated it all through. I don't need that much water on my paper. Can't bother to air dry it. Although look at that. Look at that. That's a really nice effect on that water. Like that. Right, let's get my beach in. Right. So with my beach. Tell you what, just to make it interesting, I'm going to come in pure yellow. Pure yellow to there. Then I'm going to mix a bit of... what colour is this? It's a reddish brown, I forgot what it's called. Hold on, Wilson. Wilson, dog's attacking me now. Wilson, bugger off. Wilson, what's up? What's the matter, Baba? Hmm? It's not a pain. Wilson's actually attacking me. What's the matter? No, can you not see I'm busy, look? Look at me. You get dickhead. Well, what? You've had your dinner? No more din-dins. Oh, come here, I've got Foot's dog now. Come on, hello. Hello, baby. Hello. What are you after? Do you want to go outside? Go on then, if you want to go outside. Is that what you want? You want to walk up the garden? There you are. There you are, Wilson. You can walk up the garden. There you are, the door's wide open now. It might dry my picture a bit quicker. What might actually help me at this stage. Right, so that's my beach. I'm going to get some burnt umber now. And put that into my beach as well. So right down here, look. My burnt umber. I'll just bring that up a bit. See, I switched my brush around then because there's more paint on to the side of the brush, so just switched it around. You might get a bit more burnt umber coming from that top bit and all. Maybe it's, I don't know. There. I could do with some little rocks in. I don't know if I think my paint's too wet and they're not even going to show up. I tell you what, I think. Let's get some really dark. This is, I've gone into now, Payne's Grey. This will do this with Payne's Grey, Jet Black, wherever's in your palette, it'll be right. Don't worry about it. And then I could do it. I don't know if they'll scratch in. Oh yeah, lovely. This beach, it's just total pebbles everywhere. So some's left in, look, where I've missed little bits. That always works that always looks good anyway. If you miss a few little bits, it looks like a bit of light hitting or a rock. It could be out. Right, this beach is absolutely hammered with rocks, so I'm not going to even attempt to put every single rock in, but I'm just randomly dotting about like that. But, so there you are, that'll do. That's enough. Right. Probably need to get a bit of remove on now. I'll tell you what I need to do. I'll colour on this brush now. That's not bad. There's a bit of beach here, isn't there? Bit of beachy stuff here. There's some. Oh, there's a few different colours on my brush there. Look at that. That's done a really nice beach thing straight away. Put a bit more of that red in. Just add a bit more in. Tiny bit more of that brown, but not much. Colours on this one. Right, lovely. Some green on this. So I'm going to pop in there's a few bits of just green flowers and stuff in here. Like that. Pop them in, and I'll go into a darker green and just blend into that bit. So they look like a few bits of tufts of grass or whatever. And then, I'll tell you what, let's get some burnt umber. Go in at base of them. With some burnt umber and some Payne's grey. Just in at base of them. Just put a couple of rocks in, I think. If there's rocks on other beach, I think there'd be rocks on this bit. Yeah, that'll do for that. Sort of out of focus, the eye's going in that way. Right. That sky, I think I'm going to leave purely because I'm getting a bit low on time now. Right. I think I need to come into this bit. Start building this layer up here. So that's pretty easy, look. Just dabbing. Dab, 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 dab. It's not hard. So if you want to have a go, go. Not that hard. You could just go on this with another yellow if you wanted. As it builds up more paint, it gets slightly more effect. Anyway, I've got a slight bit of green in that. Don't worry about it if you go over edges or out. This bit here, look, that'll have some sort of patterning in it and stuff. And that look earthy bit there. Earthy bit there. Oh, that's that. Right. Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do now. I'm going to mix up some just really, not even a green really. I've mixed a bit of green in, but hardly anything. Keep swapping sides of brush. This is a really dark colour now. And that's what this is actually like on the photograph. It's ever so dark. See down here, it'd be dark. This bit down here would be really dark. I've just put a bit more water in it. It's actually giving me a bit better effect. It's better in it. There's some yellowy colour on that bit to blend for that's good for blending in. Look. Time's ticking on. I want to get this done. I don't want to take you away from your life for too long. So a bit more green and a bit more of that. There we are. Don't want to take you away from your life for too long. There we are, that's not looking bad. Right, now I've got to get that same effect in here now. So, right, I'll come in back in some yellow. That's giving me a dirty green. And I've gone in some more green. And I'm going to come up into here like this, like, just everywhere, quick as I can. I ain't got time to be messing. There we are. Get some yellow. Get these highlights good. See it? Look into some of that top bit. There we are. That's nice right now. You have to come really, really dark now. Get some paint on the brush. Let's get this really dark now at this bottom bit. So that's basically a black. I'm coming down here now. Look. This is where there's that bit of land. So I think I'm going to come all the way across there probably. That's it, and then probably right at the bottom here, there's probably some dark bits in there as well. I would imagine. That's it. So that's them bits in there. Then, tell you what I can do. This beach is covered in pebbles, so let's put some pebbles in with this brush. Look, perfect. Pebbles in there. Perfect pebbles, or even some like red pebbles in there. Get a bit of red paint. And some little red ones. Put some little red ones in. Not too many, not too metal weight. Put them there. Oh. Yeah, that's not looking bad at that. Right. Time's getting away with me now. So I'm going to pop in a little fisherman. He can go in about, let's pop him in about there. It's still wet up there, so hopefully I'm going to get away with it. Pop him in about there. It's probably going to be reflected in there, something like that. Some black trousers. No, let's get him. I'll just use a bit of black for his head. Now, his fishing rod, that's paint's still wet, so I'm going to struggle pouring that in. Let's put Peter and Paul in. Peter and Paul, my two bods, put them in there. Peter, Paul. So what we'll do, get some designers white gouge. Put in, blacks off that brush first, and put in a little seagull. Little seagull in there, about, paper's still wet, about there, look, little seagull in there. Yeah, there we are. I'll put a, what's that? Put a bleed in. Some paint for that. And put that in there. Bleed. Fine. Bertie D. Bertie D. Alright, I think his fishing rod's going to splodge if I put it in. He's going to have a fishing rod. Let's just say I'll put it in when the camera's gone off. It's not worth drying it, just to put a little fishing rod in. Let's say I have to wait while I dry it. So, I'll just stick it in. See if it might not splodge. Oh, that's not looking bad, look. Oh, I think I've got away with that, look. Yeah, there we are. That's his fishing rod. So, stand back and have a look. Oh yeah, I'm quite happy with that. I could have gone a bit darker down here and gradually built it up more. You can on your own, but I'm just running out of time, on to 30 minutes now, but yeah, I'm quite happy with that. That's quite nice. Right. Wow, see you on the beach, buddy.